Hi there. I'm Chen from Worcester Polytechnic Institute. I'm glad to have this chance to share my work with you, which is bridging cultural representation and game making, analyzing the experiences, outcomes, and lessons of early-stage game developers in a professional development program. Video games are powerful media for conveying messages and ideologies. For the past decades, they have been considered to be dominated by or towards Western, especially North American, culture and ideology. Having said that, as the game industry expands, an increasing number of students with different cultural backgrounds are eager to learn and enter the game development field to create their own titles. This brought both the opportunity to enable a more diverse creative environment for the game field and the challenge for educators on how to better structure the training programs that effectively prepare fresh blood for industry demands. This is where our work came from. In a 10-week summer game development program, we collaborated with the Massachusetts Digital Games Institute, the MassDigi at WPI, and early-stage developers from the United Arab Emirates. We investigated the implications of allowing students to create games while encouraging the incorporation of their own cultural narratives. Through the program and our empirical inquiry, our work provides, first, the observed early-stage developers' strategies for adopting their personal experiences into game development for their cultural representations, and second, suggested intervention strategies for educators that contribute to these developers' skill development and personal growth. Our findings addressed our two research questions, as shown on the slide. Our study was conducted within the context of the Summer Innovation Program, the SIP, hosted by the MassDigi, and the students were all from the United Arab Emirates. They committed full-time to a typical work week, working in person for the entire duration of the program. The primary objectives of the program were to develop an original mobile game using Unity and prepare it for release on Google Play and the App Store. The students were divided into 4 groups. The directors selected producers for the teams and assigned the remaining student developers based on their self-assessed prior knowledge in art and programming. We conducted semi-structured interviews with student participants at the end of the program and with program facilitators and mentors after the program concluded. All 26 students, plus 3 program facilitators and 2 external mentors, for a total of 31 participants, were involved in the interviews. For students, we conducted interviews with each student and with the 4 student development groups, with different interview questions on individual learning and group collaboration strategies. For facilitators and mentors, we set up interview questions around the context of the program operations and insights from industry professionals. Based on the coding and analysis of their responses, we are able to conclude our findings and to answer our research questions. Another context for our analysis is the games developed by the 4 student teams. As shown on the slide, these games are Camel vs. Pirates, an endless runner game, Distant Desert, a match 3 puzzle game, Bedouin Ride, an endless platformer game, and Ninja Camel, a roguelike game. For our analysis, we have also identified and tagged significant elements in these games, coding based on relation to designers' rationale and visuals, narrative, and gameplay designs. We integrated the codes from these games with the codes from the interview and clustered them together into themes to answer our research questions. Our findings to address research question 1 are 3 themes, including personal experience for concept design, game elements for cultural representation, and value-embedded gameplay. The first theme explains how these developers draw inspiration from personal stories and life experiences, as well as their educational backgrounds, to apply to the concept design of their own pieces. The second theme addresses how the specific game elements were woven with developers' cultural representations, which can be specified into sub-themes of game objects, characters, and the game world. The third theme describes how their cultural backgrounds are embedded in the gameplay they designed, where they intentionally crafted interactive elements to align with the game's underlying value systems, reinforcing these values through the game's rules and mechanics. Furthermore, for research question 2, we summarize 4 themes that are practice-based learning, consistent program context, collaboration and socializing, and attending game showcasing events. Practice-based learning highlights the learning through hands-on practice and engaging in every aspect of the game development cycle, in which these students developed technical, creative, and professional skills. Consistent program context is also crucial in the learning process. Participants benefited from working in an environment where everyone used the same tools and followed a shared structure. This consistency helped create a strong peer support system. In addition, we also observed and found how participants learn from peers with diverse backgrounds, building relationships and sharing knowledge with each other, which contribute to their overall skill development, and we conclude this as the theme collaboration and socializing. Lastly, attending game showcasing events theme points out the role of work presentation, in which students learn from the audience's feedback and develop a deeper network with the game development community as a whole. Our work contributes to, but is not limited to, two key communities: those interested in designing and developing cultural representations in games, and those focused on hosting intervention-based workshops to develop professional skills among game developers. Our empirical results demonstrate that developing a mobile game from scratch, full-time as a team of 7 with varying levels of background and experience, within 10 weeks is a manageable goal. If you're interested in this topic or have any questions about our studies, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.